Happy with how we did on number 2. Definite progress, and a lot of kids got it right. Hey, hit the game. Let's go. But number 1, there seems to be a disconnect, and I'm wondering how many of you guys went home last night and watched the videos. Now, the last couple of days, good, take your head down. The last couple of days, the period after you, period 4, has gotten deeper into the lesson than you have, and if you noticed, I put up the video of their class too, so that you would get a couple of extra examples that you would be able to follow if you were so inclined. Now, yesterday we started talking about these problems with 2 numbers in it. When you read a word problem, and the word problem starts talking about numbers, what I think is a really good idea is, as you read the problem, to just ask yourself, after you read it the first time, how many numbers are in the problem? Are there 1, are there 2, are there 3, etc.? So, it says here one number is 7 more than twice another number. The sum of the 2 numbers is 37. Find both numbers. How many numbers are in the problem? Everybody? How many? 2. 2. It says the sum of the 2 numbers. It says one number is 7 more than twice another. So, yesterday we taught you guys how to draw a box. And we're going to call one the first number, and you can call the other one the other number, or the second number, or whatever you want to call it. I don't care. But we talked about this setup yesterday, and not a single kid in here set it up. Now, that's not unexpected. This is a very difficult concept for kids to get down pat. Once they get it down pat, they're like, oh, I can go with this. But it begins by reading the question and asking, how many numbers are we talking about? If we're only talking about one number, then what most of you did was you wrote 2n plus 7 equals 37. That's what most of you did, all the people who got 75s. And the problem with that is there's 2 different numbers. So you've only accounted for one number when you write 2n plus 7 equals 37. I'll show you what I mean. Take a look. Do I know what the first number is? No. So what do we always call it when we don't know what the first number is? What? N, X, whatever else you want to say. So I'm going to call it N. Now, what I know about the other number is it's 7 more than twice the first number. So how would I write an expression for 7 more than twice? Elizabeth?
7 times 2n.
No. 7 more than.
Oh, 7 plus 3.
Yeah, and we generally like to write the 2n first. It's 2n plus 7. Now, the other thing I didn't see on anybody's paper is I didn't see anybody crossing out as we use, is it on yours? Okay. All right, as we use a piece of information, we want to cross it out. Okay. Now, what does it say? We've used this sentence. This sentence is crossed out. You know, what's so important to me at this point in time, when you buy like Xbox or Nintendo or any of those things, the very first time you ever got it, you remember taking it out of the box and you don't know what all the buttons are for?
I do.
So you have to read the manual, and then you have to learn, or someone has to show you.
I know.
But at some point in time, you have to say, oh, this is how I play the game. These are how I press the buttons. If you go to build something, I'm going to tell you something I'm going to get into pretty soon. I think I'm going to get into framing pictures.
Nice.
And to do that, I have to learn instructions. So I'm going to have to do some reading and watching YouTube videos and stuff. But I have to pay attention and follow the pattern of how you get things done. Well, it's very similar with algebra. You want to use a piece of information and then cross it off. Now, the next piece of information says what? Alan?
The sum of 2 numbers is 37.
Right. So here's the first number, here's the second number. It's the sum of those 2 numbers. There's the first number, here's the second number. The sum of those 2 numbers is 37. Now I can cross that off. And that's the step that was missing. So many people forgot about the N here. Now, Kevin, a couple of others. You tried guessing numbers, and that's better than nothing, but you really do have to learn at some point that you're not going to get far enough by guessing numbers. And you have to have the courage to try the algebra. And yeah, you're going to get it wrong in the beginning. but eventually you're probably gonna start getting it right. Most kids do. All right, so now, is this a same side situation or an opposite side situation? Same side. So I do the same operation. What's one n plus two more n's? 3 n's. So I get 3n plus 7 is 37. Then I go minus 7. 3n is 30. Divide by 3. N is 10. But I'm still not done because it says to what? Find
Both numbers.
both numbers. The first one's 10. The next one is 2 times 10 plus 7, which is 27. And then one quick look at those two lets you know that indeed they add up to 37. Okay? Now, that's the first part. And, you know, again, nobody was on with that, but that's not to be, or that's not unexpected. These are word problems. Word problems are very challenging for kids. If you want to get good at them, you simply have to go home, try it again. I think it's very helpful to watch the video for a second explanation and then continue on. All right, so now we get to number 2, and as I said, I thought we did a great job on number 2. Solve for x. One of the things I saw was I saw a great job distributing. Lisbeth, it might have been you, I think it was you, I'm not sure. I see you distributing, and 3 times x is 3x, but I think I keep seeing you put minus 5 here. No, you did put 15? Look on your paper. Does it say, it should say minus 15 here. And I thought it was your paper, but maybe I'm wrong. Oh, Lisbeth, you didn't put that paper away before we're done going over it, did you? That's terrible. Jimmy did that? All right, Jimmy, be really careful about that. 3 times x is 3x. You're thinking right. You're doing things the right way. But then you also have to multiply the 3 by the negative 5 to get negative 15. Okay? Then it's plus 4x plus 3 equals 2. You know, when you take the quiz, one of the most important parts of the quiz is going over the quiz. Remember, quizzes are given in a series of 3. What's the purpose of the first quiz? See what you don't know. For example, no one in the room put a table up. 2 people in the room drew lines through things. Nobody did both numbers. Everybody did one number. So you all should learn from that mistake. It's not bad to screw up the first quiz. But now your quiz should be out. You should be like writing all over the quiz, trying to figure out, man, this is what I got to do so that when I take my next quiz, I don't make the same mistakes. Okay, so now we get to the same side, same operation. And here's where I think Ulysses, I want to say Kevin, a couple other kids. Look, when you combine things, you have to combine things that are alike. Kevin, let me ask you a question. You like sports? What's your favorite sport?
Football.
Beautiful. I was hoping you would say that. If you have 3 footballs and 2 helmets, and 2 more footballs and 2 more helmets, what do you have altogether? 3 helmets, 2 footballs, 2 helmets, 2 footballs.
9.
No. And that's your misunderstanding here. What you have, you're saying 9 because 3, 2, 2, 2 is 9. But that's not it. You have 5 helmets, 5 footballs and 4 helmets. A helmet is not the same as a football. You can't combine them, okay? So over here, X's and numbers are not the same. So what I see, Kevin and James, oh, you just slapped an answer down. I saw some other people. What people did is they just started putting things together. No, the X's go together. There's 7 X's. And the numbers go together. That's minus 12. But that's it. You can't get the X's with the 12. And that's the mistake you're making. X's stay with X's. Numbers stay with numbers. Just like footballs are different than helmets. Okay? Now, add 12 to both sides. Die. 7x is equal to 14. Divide by 7. X is equal to 2. And there's my correct answer. Okay? All right. We'll pick up on the lesson sheet on Monday. Unbelievable. Don't do the homework. Do not do the homework. We will talk about the lesson sheet on Monday. Got it? Hasta la vista. Vaya con Dios. Toodaloo, tata, ridete, yes. No, where you going? Nice. What church you go to? You don't know? Okay. Not a problem, but you're gonna have to take it when you get back. Okay? It's gonna be a little harder for you. I would suggest watching some videos before you come in and stuff, because you got that weekend, you know, kids forget stuff over the weekend. All right? All right, enjoy your retreat too.
Yeah. Thanks, Liz. What time should I show up?
Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, 7:40. And the library,
30?
5:30 to 7:30.